One of the most important features of C.R.I.S is to allow site managers to manage employees, set up work schedules, and track activity at their sites. Setting up a site manager is a two-step process performed by the admin OPI who's responsible for setting up users for your division. The first step is to define a user as a site manager. This is done by editing the user's login settings. From the Maintain User screen, look for a section in the lower right corner that says Manager and select Site Manager. This designates the user to have Site Manager privileges and allows their name to show up in the selection box when selecting the manager for a site in Step 2. Save the user settings. The second step, also performed by the system admin, is to go into the client's site, in our example, AFB, and designate the site manager for a particular site. Select a site, and from the Edit Site screen, scroll down to Site Manager. This drop-down selection box will display the names of all users who've been given Site Manager status, as defined in Step 1. Select the appropriate person and hit Save to save the site. Let's edit a second site. A site manager can be selected to manage any number of sites. However, important to note, a site can only have one site manager designated. Once the sites have been configured by the system admin with the correct site managers, then the user who is the site manager can log in and begin to manage their sites. So now, let's log in as a site manager. The site manager will have 4 tabs on the left-hand side. Under the Employees tab, the only employees they'll be able to view are employees assigned to their site location. The site manager will not be able to edit employee information unless editing privileges are granted by the system admin or the division. Otherwise, they'll only be able to view employee information. Under the Client tab, the site manager will only be able to view client information for their own site. Likewise, under the Scheduling tab, they'll only be able to access work schedules for their site. If the need arises to reassign employees, for example, if someone is sick, the site manager will have the ability to reassign employees to different time slots. So, to recap the process for setting up a site manager, the system admin must, number 1, go into Utilities to set up a user login that is defined as a site manager, and then, number 2, go into the client sites to designate that new site manager in the appropriate sites. After that, site managers can log into C.R.I.S and manage their sites. Thank you for watching this tutorial on setting up a site manager in C.R.I.S.